Today is March 21st, 2021. His dog tag says sober since March 21st. Well, it says 3/21/17. And on the other side, it says, on the other side, it says 1 day at a time. 4 years. I paid my rent today. This is my, I know I've, whoa. I think I framed this like 6 months ago. But, yeah. Four years. I'm sorry I'm like so subdued and I'm not like cheering or anything, but yeah, I think for my 2 year I had like a confetti cannon thing, you know, popper, and a party hat, you know, and for my 4 year I'm like bleh. But you know, this year is a little more subdued with everything I got going on, but it doesn't take away from my accomplishment. But you know, the past like 3 months I have told my best friend and a couple close friends, like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink. You know, sobriety is overrated. So this anniversary is a little lukewarm, just because I have been on the verge of relapse for like the last 3 months. Not that I've done it, just I don't feel extra strong this time around. But you know, the fact that I'm still doing it, the fact that I'm still here, shows that I have a little more strength than I give myself credit for. So I should feel better about myself, but I don't, like, because I have been talking about, you know, drinking again. I haven't bought liquor in like a year. I think last year, I think it was during my 3 year anniversary video from a year ago, that I threw away my Love Wins bottles. The Smirnoff and the Absolute bottles that were rainbow colored, they were Love Wins. I know Love Wins every day. Like, I know that, you know, LGBTQ rights are getting better. They're not there, but they're getting better. Now that we have a different, you know, guy in office as the head of the country, it's gonna, I hope improve back to where it was when Obama was in office. But you know, I don't need a reminder of what I was in the past. Yeah, it's crazy to think that, you know, 4 years and 1 day ago, I was standing over there. My garbage can is over here now, but my garbage can was over there. I rearranged my room. My room is way different than it was 4 years ago. I have a desk now. I didn't have a desk 4 years ago. I have a bookcase now over there. Didn't have a bookcase 3 months ago. You know, I have a fridge in my room now. I didn't have that 4 years ago. But I have the same, well, it's not the same garbage can because my old garbage can broke, but it's the same type of garbage can. But I'm describing way too much to get to the point of, I stood over my garbage can with a beer bottle in my hand. Yes, I didn't recycle. Fuck you. It's not the point. But I stood over my garbage can and I took one last sip of, I think it was Spotted Cow from Wisconsin. And I took the last sip of it, and I was done with my, I think I made a 12-pack last like 24 days. And that was the longest I've ever made a 12-pack last. I don't think I've ever made a 12-pack last longer than a week before that. And it took me 24 days to finish off that last 12 beers that I've ever had in my entire life. And I literally just took that last sip and I threw it in the trash, and I looked, there's a literal 5-foot mirror on the back of my door behind the camera. I'm not showing it to you, but, and I looked in that mirror and I said, I can't do this to myself anymore. I mean, I looked at the bottle and said, I shouldn't be doing this, and I threw it away. But then I looked in the mirror and looked at myself and said, I can't do this to myself anymore. And I stopped. And my sober date is this is the first day that I stopped, that I did not drink. And I swore to myself that I would give myself a 30-day break. A 30-day break where I just wouldn't have anything. No beer, no wine, no liquor, no hard liquor, no vodka, no Jameson, no nothing. I mean, wine was never something I drank, but, you know, just nothing. No liquor at all. And here I am, 1,431 days past 30 days. I am 1,461 days in to my sobriety, and yeah, my initial goal was 30 days. Like, a lot of people don't know that. Like, a lot of people think that I wanted to last forever. I did not want to last forever. I wanted to last 30 days. And those initial 30 days were difficult as hell, and then, you know, May 19th came around, and I tried to kill myself, and I checked myself into a mental health facility, and those 8 days I talked about how much I wanted to go home and drink because I was in such a bad way. And I had an epiphany that night when I checked myself in, realizing that all of the mental anguish I was in and physical anguish I was in, I was burying with alcohol. And still to this day, like, I mean, not that I'm drinking, but just still to this day, with all the physical pain I go through, I know that every time I say, like, oh man, I just want to drink so bad right now, it's only to bury pain. It's not, I just want to kick one back and relax. Nope. It's, I want to kick 12 back and just numb this pain. Because out of everything that I've been through in the past 5 years, the only pain relief for my back, not for my leg, the stimulator works a little bit, but the only pain relief that has ever worked for my back has been liquor. Because for those of you who are new to the channel, or to those of you who don't follow what I've been through for the past 2.5 years on this channel, or just don't know me, you know, whatever, I've had a back injury for over 5 years now, and by saying over 5 years, and being only 4 years sober, you can figure out that I was drinking for the first year of my back injury. So for the first year of my back injury, I felt indestructible because I would work and work and work all day and be injuring my back nonstop, and then just come home and just put a load on and just drink myself into a stupor and just drink myself into a blackout. And drinking was just my way of coping with pain. And I didn't fully realize that until my last suicide attempt back in May of 2017. And once I realized that liquor was just my way of coping with pain, once I really realized that that was just what I was drinking to do, and that it was never a leisurely activity, it was always to bury something. And it was never just I'm just going to kick one with the boys and drink one of the boys. Because I think out of all the times I ever drank, I think only like 3 times ever were with company. Like, ever. In my entire life. In those 4 years I drank, I think only 3 or 4 times I drank with somebody next to me. All the other times I drank on my own. All the other times I drank on my own. Or at work, which doesn't count because I'm with people at work drinking because I'm at work, so there's people there. So like when I was at home or at a bar or whatever, like I would go to the bar alone and drink. Like I didn't go with people. I didn't have any people to go with because I was drinking at 6 in the evening. Like it was early. Or I would go like 3 on a Monday. Like it was bad. It was bad. So, you know, for me to like reflect on why I drank when I have these like brief moments of like, man, I want to drink so bad right now and just bury this, that's why I don't, because I know I'm just going back to why I stopped, because I realized when I stopped that the only reason I was drinking was to bury pain, and I needed to face it all head on. And for the past 4 years, I've been facing all my pain head on, and it has been the like the past 4 years have been the most incredibly difficult of my entire life. And that's saying something from the previous 4 years, because the previous 4 years, yes, I was being abused, yes, I was being assaulted, but I was able to drown it out with liquor and not really feel anything. Like I felt ashamed, I felt hurt, I felt disgusting, but when I just drowned myself with liquor, I was just like, I feel nothing. I felt numb to everything. When I stopped drinking, I felt those emotions. I felt everything hit me so hard that that's what led me to May 19th, 2017. And that's why I say these past 4 years have been the most difficult of my life, because I've had to face every emotion I feel head on. And it's not something I can just bury with liquor and I can bury with, beer or hard liquor or whatever. I have to face it head on. I have to face it with a sober mind. And I can't say something to someone and say, oh, I'm so sorry I said that, it was the liquor talking. Like, anything that I say to someone or anything I do to someone, I have to be held accountable for at this point. And I used to blame it on alcohol and blame it on, being in a fucked up mind all the time. Now I hold myself accountable to everything. And I say my mind and I speak my mind, and I don't make excuses for anything, because if I speak my mind and I say what I'm feeling, at least I'm being honest with myself and I'm being honest with you. Like, I'd rather be honest with you and just say what I'm feeling rather than hiding behind a curtain and hiding behind a brick wall and just and constantly hiding behind something, because that's what I did with liquor. So, if I'm hiding behind the truth, if I'm just lying to you to your face, it's the exact same thing that I did with liquor, just sober. So I'm going to tell you the truth, because otherwise I'm hiding behind something, just like I did with liquor. Because with liquor, I hid behind a wall and I pretended to be happy even though I was drowning in misery, because I was able to make an outward appearance of, yeah, I am killing it. I am awesome, because look at me, I'm working 20 hours a day and I am just nonstop, just going balls to the wall. Nothing's wrong. But in reality, everything was wrong. I just didn't feel anything. And then I stopped drinking and I felt everything. And now, these past 4 years, I feel everything as it's coming. And the physical pain, and I think since I've been sober, I have had, let me do the mental math here. Stopped in 2017. I've had 6 surgeries since I've been sober. I have had 14 of my 17 injections of my spine I've had since I've been sober. I have had, I've been to 6 neurosurgeons, I've been to 9 orthopedic surgeons, been to 3 different therapists, 2 different psychiatrists. I've been to 2 ear, nose, and throat doctors. Been to 3 urologists. I've been diagnosed with 7 different conditions, 3 of which aren't treatable. I was almost diagnosed with, oh no, the almost cancer was before, when I was still drinking, so that doesn't count, I'm sorry. But yeah, like I'm not saying like all these things to like say like I have had the worst life. I'm saying like I've had to go through all of this. I've had more health problems since I've been sober than before I was sober. Like, that's a weird thing to think about. I've been diagnosed with a heat allergy since I've been sober. I've been diagnosed with a cold allergy since I've been sober. Been diagnosed with Klinefelter syndrome since I've been sober, which is also, that is a weird syndrome to be diagnosed with. I'll explain that in a different video, because that's not something I want to deal with right now. But you know, I have to face everything head on, and I'm not saying have to like it's an illness, like that's not, or like it's the worst, you know, like it's a crippling thing to deal with. I'm just saying like being sober has taught me patience. It has taught me an abundance of patience. It has taught me kindness. It has taught me a new lease on life. Because it has taught me what is important in life. It has taught me what really matters. What really matters is that I'm alive, that I'm walking, that I'm breathing, that I'm still here. I almost died in June of 2017. A lot of people don't know that. My gallbladder stopped functioning the whole month of June, and I went to the hospital 5 times in June of 2017. Nobody could figure out what was going on. They just kept shooing me home and saying, take aspirin, you're fine. And then in July 2017, they figured out that I had 1.7% functionality. I had to have emergency surgery that afternoon after they found that out. So I was in the doctor's office in the surgeon's office at 11:30 in the morning, and they had me on the operating table at 3:30 in the afternoon. That was a really dangerous time. He said if it's really like gone, like failing, you could actually die from it. Like it's an emergency surgery. And then when he took it out, he said you could have died if you'd waited a week. That was really scary. So like there's been some close calls in the past 4 years, and I'm happier that I'm going through it sober. I'm happier that I have been taught a different way to view life. Like I said, I've been taught a different lease on life because I'm here, I'm present, I am breathing, I am standing, I am walking. You know, it looks like the way that my spine is going, I probably have 20 years max left to walk. So I'm just going to take everything, you know, I'm going to live life to the fullest and not complain as much. I used to complain literally every single day to anybody that would listen. I try not to anymore, or at least not as much, because I really, like, yes, I can complain about a lot. Like, I have stuff I can complain about, but it's not worth it. I have so much to be grateful for, and I'm trying to focus on that a lot more now. And, you know, being 4 years sober, I'm 4 years into, you know, it's the 4 most difficult years of my life that I've been through so far, but I'm really looking forward to many more years of sobriety and seeing what I can accomplish going forward. So, here's to many more years of sobriety, but I'm 4 years sober. I really just wanted to reflect on, you know, how I look at life now. I'm sorry, I'm glancing down to see how long this video has been. But yeah, I just wanted to reflect on how, you know, how I've been the past 4 years and how I look at life going forward, and that's just about it. So, everybody have a great week coming up. I will try to post again Wednesday, and keep fighting and going on, and tell somebody you love them today. And if you're fighting the sober fight with me, keep on going. And if you struggle with addiction yourself in any way, ask for help, or you know, try to quit it yourself. And if you can't, ask for help, or go to that sober app that I was telling you about and just try to go a week, try to go 2 weeks. You know, challenge yourself and see what you can do on your own. And if you can't do it on your own, ask for help and see what they can do for it. But you're not in this alone. You're never alone. Everybody have a great week coming up. See you soon. 4 years.